That's Sandy Grigsby. I'm Ken Rakowski. Welcome to the weekly Unity Mentor Call. Today, we're going to talk about the common problems you have. Yeah, that's it. Common problems, the things that you normally go through. By the way, the incredible Sandy in Focus Confidence Jam is live and it's magnificent. I can't say any less than that. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
It's magnificent.
Yeah.
Aren't you proud of it?
I'm really proud of it. I want to take my own program. I actually do. I've watched every single video at least like 4 times.
It was kind of funny. Last night we were with a couple having dinner, and we're listening to one of the individuals of the couples talking, and I go, "Up, confidence jam. That's practice one. You could solve that problem."
One.
I know what they were.
You're like, you should listen to practice one. Actually, right now you're going to practice 2.
Oh, and practice is all around these lesson plans, and we can touch upon these. And some of the things we're going to talk about today are actually covered inside her program. But before we dive into our program, I want to talk about your red carpet moment. So we always hear about these things, that 15 seconds of fame. I don't want you to think about that. A red carpet moment is that point in time in your life where you go, I can't believe I'm living this. This is me right now.
Like the time I walked down the red carpet and I was like,
No.
I can't believe I'm on the red carpet. This is amazing.
No,
like that time?
You're looking at you not believing that you are in that moment.
Yeah.
Was that a big deal?
Yeah, I actually walked down the red carpet.
I'm using it as a metaphor, okay?
I'm being literal.
Was that your like wow moment?
Yeah, I was like 20.
Where were you? Like
8 years old. I was
carpet?
in Hollywood. I was walking. It was for some film. I don't even remember the name of it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the film. It was like a long time ago, and I was walking down the red carpet, and there were cameras, and there were celebrities, and it was a big deal. And I was like, yeah, this is my amazing.
That's
10 seconds of fame.
Last night I had a call, and you saw me come up from the call. I go, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was this guy.
There's an ant on me.
No ant. There's a guy that is a software engineer. That's how he thought his life was going to be, a coder. Okay. And he ended up creating a company called Priceline, which is worth $76 billion.
Yeah.
And then he created UBID, which is worth $25 billion. Then he decided, I'm going to go produce music. And he produced Britney Spears and Pitbull and won a Grammy.
Baby.
And won a Grammy for a jazz. Jazz. And then he ended up doing a movie. But he said, I never expected to have all those red carpet moments.
Mm-hmm.
And he did everything the best he could, which was incredible. So he challenged us asking our red carpet moments. And I think we forget these incredible points in our life where we go, oh my God, pinch me, am I alive? Is this?
Totally.
So your red carpet moments are not your moments of fame where you're in front of everyone and you're on TV.
Or maybe they are.
They could be, right? But those red carpet moments are just showing that you're alive. And they happen more often than not.
Well,
so
we forget about them.
Last year, I was knighted.
That's true.
I forget about that.
You do. I remind you more than anything. He was officially knighted, like in a room with a ceremony and a big sword, and they almost cut off his ear. It was great.
And I got 2 of my other friends. I got Sasha and Jim Quick. They got knighted also, which was really, really cool. And Scott Painter. But we were knighted. I'm a sir.
Ken.
I am. I'm a sir.
You can address him as Sir Ken.
But I was as I was kneeling, and the King of Spain or Prince of Spain was actually knighting me. I'm thinking, this is me. This is cool. So yours is walking down the red carpet.
I'm sure I have another one if I can think really hard. But walking down the red carpet was pretty cool.
It is cool. But how about you? What is your red carpet moment? And there's a reason, because right now I think many of us, and I was just chatting with one of our friends down in Joburg, he says, we're locked up and it's cold and it's life, blah, blah, blah. I go, red carpet moment. He goes, I can't even think of it, but you need to, because those are saying you're alive. So right in the chat, come on, take a moment. Type in your red carpet moment. What was that thing where you wanted to pinch yourself? And that could have been you skydiving. It could have been a surprise birthday that everybody's having for you, and you couldn't believe you have all these great friends or best friends that are there. What are those red carpet moments in your life? I would say another one was when you and I were in Vegas. We're in Vegas.
But we were really walking down. Actually, was it blue?
It was a blue carpet.
It was a blue carpet,
but
it still just.
But it didn't matter, and all the paparazzis were there.
Yes.
Right? And before we got out there, someone says, "And who are you two?" And I said, "Ken and Sandy," and they wrote our names down. And the way we look, because I look like James Bond and you definitely look like a Bond girl.
Yeah,
Yeah. And what they did is, as we're walking down this carpet, people are going, who the hell are these two? And they hold up this little sign saying Sandy and Ken underneath us. So you don't see that. So the photographers take pictures of you up here and then take a picture down here going, all right, we'll do our research later on because they must be somebody special. And it was just kind of cool, right?
It was really cool.
Yeah, red carpet moment. So red carpet moment. Being in the delivery room. Oh, yeah,
that's
cutting
a
the
great
cord.
one.
Go on, Richard. That's
Cutting the cord.
yeah, it's a red carpet moment.
Yeah.
Finding out that I'm going to be a father in November.
Congratulations.
Whoa. Oh, wow. Wow. That's huge.
That's huge.
Walking on a glacier, and that's really cool. See, these are red carpet. Finishing my first marathon. What?
That's amazing. See, I haven't done that.
Do you want to?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
When someone's running after me,
When
I
I'm
go,
feeling
I'm
really
fast.
fit and the weather's great and there's a really beautiful marathon to run, it's kind of easy.
Walking
and
on
I feel
TV.
like doing it.
Walking on TV show for Fox. Very cool. See,
Wow.
red carpet moments. Pinch yourself and think, I'm alive. And I am so honored to be in this body at this moment. But they're happening more often than not. Remember, we talked about projecting ourselves 10 years in the future and saying, look how awesome I'm going to be 10 years in the future. There's going to be so many red carpet moments as you move forward. Red carpet moments. I just like that idea because we forget about them.
We do. Like, I have a weird red carpet moment, but it was super cool at the time.
What was it?
I got to watch movies at the Playboy Mansion with Hugh Hefner, and I didn't even have to be a bunny.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It was pretty cool. I was like, oh my God, I'm in the Playboy Mansion. Now, the guy with me was super creepy and kept wanting to look at my hands. Kind of weird, but I get it. Okay, so, but still, I'm at the Playboy Mansion. We're in this room. There's these old movies playing. Hugh Hefner's in the front. I'm sitting towards the back because I thought it was still kind of weird. I'm watching the movie, and Hugh Hefner, about 10 minutes into the movie, got up to go to the bathroom. And about 10 minutes before the end of the movie, he actually made it.
Yeah, I mean, he walked with. I remember Hugh.
He was really old.
He got really, like,
Yeah,
he got
this was like-
old.
He was really old.
I think
And
all
was
the Viagra couldn't even get him to stand up anymore.
that was crazy.
Okay,
But it was still a red carpet moment.
the reason I want you to identify these because you're going to have a lot more moving forward. Sandy and I are going to have an audacious year moving forward. We're going to have audacious. Like, we know what a BHAG is, big, hairy, audacious goal. And I think one of our audacious moments, or red carpet moments, is when we get off of a plane in the different countries.
Yes.
Okay?
I remember when I got off of the plane when I was like 16 in Germany after flying for all those hours with my friends,
Mhm.
we all kissed the ground.
Did you really?
Yeah, because for some reason, I don't know, we thought it was cool. But it was still really awesome.
On a boat in the Sea of Galilee. Oh, Yvette, that's what we're trying to do actually in
Ooh.
Christmas. We're going to try to be in Jerusalem for Christmas.
Mhm.
That's our goal, right? So red carpet moments.
See, Richard was at the Playboy Mansion also.
He was looking at your hands.
Yes. Was it you, Richard? You looked different back then.
He's not creepy anymore.
Yeah, no.
Not at all. All right, here we go. Today we are talking about our problems. We all have them. You have those problems. We all have them. And the thing is, when we're in the problem, we think the problem's bigger than what really isn't going on in life. You ever put your thumb and block out the sun and go, my thumb now's bigger than the sun?
Will you try to squeeze it like this?
No,
With the
yeah,
camera?
yeah.
Like I can change the lens on the camera right now.
No, stop. Don't touch that. Fix it, will you
Sorry,
please?
okay.
Your problems are only as big as you make them out to be. And what happens is we isolate ourselves, we become alone. And when we do that, now we feel like, oh my God, no one knows what I'm going through. Well, because you don't share it.
Oh, yeah.
So what I did is I sat back and I thought about 15 typical situations.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Hit me.
Well, I actually, what I'm doing from now on, instead of just surprising you,
Yeah, he loves to surprise.
I have decided to put it on the second monitor so
Oh,
you
look
could
at
read what
you.
they are.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, do you want to go in order or do you randomly want to pick some?
No, let's go in order. Otherwise, we'll forget where we were at. There's a long list there.
First one, and we've touched upon this all the time, you didn't reach your goal. I didn't say goals, but your goal.
The one thing that you wanted to do, maybe not the most important thing, but it was a thing and you didn't do it.
So you have a couple of things that prevent you from doing that at times. COVID, where there's external forces that are way beyond your control that prevent you from doing it. Oh, I broke my leg, or I'm sick, or this happened to my kids and I have to put all my time and effort into that.
Yeah.
Don't look at you not reaching your goal as something that at times you were in control of, because other things divert you or throw you off. Do you have long-term, short-term, and midterm goals?
I have all kinds of goals.
You do, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to be like a chameleon or shapeshifter. So you have
Ooh.
a goal, and if something happens, you just have to shift a little bit, and it might even be better. Or you could always circle back around to that goal. So don't feel like it's set in stone and you can only do this one path to this one thing and get that one result. You can shift.
Sandy and I both had this weird goal when we were in high school, and that was to date a certain person. Okay.
It wasn't the same person.
No, it wasn't
That
the
would be
same
really
person.
weird.
Like you had this one person you wanted to date. I had this one person, and we had this goal. And the thing was, later on in life, we had the opportunity to date that person, and like, such a
Yeah, I know it
You know what I'm
was so disappointing. I was like, put your phone down, stop smoking.
No, not him.
Oh, okay.
The one that gained a lot of weight.
Oh yeah. Oh God. So I had two. One was a celebrity, one wasn't, but still.
That celebrity's getting in trouble. That's a different story. Okay, so the problem is those goals generally do not always turn out what you want. Like I had a conversation with a billionaire last week or last night. He said when he hit his main goal, it was like, oh, I did it now. Oh, okay. Where Allison Levine, who we had on the show before, who climbed Mount Everest 1.5 times, her goal was to get to the top of Mount Everest. It took her 2 times to get there. And when she got up there, it's like, yeah, but now I got to get down, which is just as hard as getting up. And it wasn't the idea of getting to the goal. It was the idea of working towards the goal. It was that journey, not the destination. And I think what happens often, everyone, is we forget about that ride is pretty freaking amazing. Like we're going to take your mom to Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the drive. I know you're not. I am.
I'm excited about the drive.
Are you?
Yeah, because I get to drive. Have you been in a car with my mom before?
You're driving with your mom.
That's why I'm driving.
Because this is just a good time to hang and enjoy. So the journey is just as fun as getting to wherever we're going. But appreciate setting the goal, getting to the goal. If you make it, great. But that journey getting there is just as exciting. And I do like short term, like, hey, I've got a couple of goals today. You might call them tasks or to-dos. And then I have midterm goals that might take a week to 2 weeks to do. Like I'm going to do 50 sit-ups and push-ups every day for whatever. And then I have long-term goals. Like next year, this is what I want us to be doing, or you.
Okay. Surprise.
I don't know.
The best
But
ever.
no, but I don't know what they are.
Okay, what is it?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm
Oh,
using it
well,
as
you just said this is what I'm going to have us do.
Okay, you take the next one. The next one is?
Someone criticized you. Ooh, that one's my favorite. Okay, so when someone criticizes you, that's fine. Let it go in one ear, out the other, or take something from it. It's completely your choice. You have the choice to believe them, not believe them, or change what you think.
You put it in as if it's a loved one.
That's even more fun. Because a lot of
Fun?
time, because loved ones will sometimes criticize you because they think they're doing what's best for you. But they're just doing it because they're afraid for you. So you have to really take what loved ones say with, I don't want to say a grain of salt because sometimes there's a lot of importance to it, but take it and decide, do I agree with what they say? And you can either shift it or you can go with it. It's up to you. This is your life.
I think I take things to heart a little more.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so when someone criticizes me, I want to analyze it to see if it's something that is constructive that really will make me better.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can take it or you can leave it. It's up to you. The problem is we take criticism so hard and we let it affect ourselves and we let it bring us down and we don't grow from it. So the key is, like you said, analyze it and decide, is this something that I can grow from? Is this something that I can use to make myself better? Or is this something that I don't agree with and I'm just going to change and go in a different direction? You have the choice completely.
So to accept the criticism,
that's your choice,
or to blow it off.
That's also your choice.
Because if you don't know that person that says something to you, it's like easy to blow off. It's the personal
actually,
relationship.
People tend to take what strangers say more to heart than what friends and family say. Come on, your mom has said something to you and you're like, yeah, mom. But then a stranger goes, you are X, Y, and Z. And you're like, oh.
Let me grab the next one. Your career got messed up. Okay, this is a really interesting one. Don't you find it fascinating that whatever you went to college for, if you went to college, whatever your degree was for, you generally are not doing what your degree was. It's generally not. Oh, I'm going to go become a writer. I'm going to journalism. And next thing you know, you're a psychiatrist. Or you went to psychiatry and then you find out that now you're a CEO of a company or you're a botanist. I mean, this is a very interesting phase of what we thought we were and what we're going to become. Same with the career. if you go look at these really interesting people that write books about their career, you always find out what they were at the beginning is not what they were at the end.
Isn't it that most little boys want to be firemen or something? Or police?
I didn't want to do it. I want to be an astronaut or a
There
president.
we go. An astronaut. Well, are you an astronaut?
I am an astronaut. I am.
Yeah.
I'm not an astronomer.
I know.
Astronomers sit back and they look. An astronaut goes there. You're an astronaut. You don't think so?
I agree. Just saying.
She's an astronaut also, okay? I'm an astronaut. It's a metaphor. Because I want to go to the stars. I want to go there. I don't want to sit there and look at them from my telescope.
That's true.
But the reason why I'm saying is about your career messing up. I find it fascinating, including myself, because most of us in this group are probably unemployable. Sorry about it. You're an entrepreneur, most of you, and you just, you might work for somebody, but boy, do you want to break free.
Yeah.
Messing
I do not do well at a 9 to 5.
Oh.
You would be fired in like 3 seconds.
Yeah. The whole idea of your career is not, again, it's that journey. It is not a destination. To say, I am now finally what I'm supposed to be. Oh boy, would you not be bored after a while? So the goal is this. Look at your career enhancements where you've messed up. They're enhancements because they're new platitudes to allow you to reach, because that's what's going to grow you to the next thing. Yeah. I think about, is Joette still on the phone with us? Because Joette, I just talked to her before we started. Joette's like kicking butt right now. She's got this job
She's
she loves,
amazing.
but she had to go through some career modifications to get to where she's at. Okay?
I think she went to work.
Yeah, she was in the car. Those career modifications are those things that give you that opportunity to step up to the next level. Don't get upset about it. And last thing before we go to the next one, I always look at my life almost as if I'm watching a movie, because I write the script. I'm the one who says cut and I say action. Yeah. Not the world, but me. So when I watch myself as a third person, I can kind of see it a little differently going, that's where I'm at. I know there's a better course that's going to happen because I said cut. And then I rewrite the script and then I say action. I do it a lot.
But it's hard for people to do that.
But you do this for me. You help me out a lot. It's like, you got to, come on, step back. Don't take it emotionally. This is, again, where friends really come into play, or loved ones, or people you really care about that give you really truthful direction support. You want to take the next one? Next one is right here.
You have financial troubles.
Oh, like I've never experienced that one before. How about you?
As an entrepreneur, financial troubles is like the name of the game.
What's the Frank Sinatra song? That's life. It is. What was your most down and out situation?
Oh, which one? You can pick them from a hat.
Really?
I've had so many. Let's see. I would say when I started a business with a partner, and I lacked a lot of confidence back then.
Okay.
So I didn't have the strength to stand up to him and say no. And he had convinced me to invest a lot into product, and I was paying for it. So tens of thousands of dollars later, after paying for patents, copyrights, or no, we didn't do patents. I take it back. Trademarks, copyrights, product, programs to host and launch it, advertising, marketing. I was in the hole tens of thousands of dollars. And that was financially devastating and very stressful.
Okay. I got a story to tell you. This isn't up and down and then realism. So I worked for a company called AudioNet that became broadcast.com. So I worked with Mark Cuban. And we sold our company to Yahoo for $5.2 billion. And I had a big chunk of stock. And on paper, there's a whole idea about being paper rich. On paper, I was worth $192 million. Get that number, please. You got it? Yeah. Because the Yahoo stock was so high. And in our mind, it's like, and we couldn't cash out because we had to be vested in this stock for 4 years. So I couldn't sell my stock for 4 years. So I'm almost $200 million. It's incredible. It's like, my God, I could buy anything I look at, anything. What happened was the stock then tumbled. .com crash happened, okay? But the problem is my tax bill was pegged at the top line of where I got the Yahoo stock.
Oh.
So a year later, my stock price, the value on paper, my tax bill was higher than that.
Oh my God.
My taxes were, I'm not talking about $192 million, but my tax bill was more than what my Yahoo stock was. So I had to liquidate all my Yahoo stock. But imagine riding high. It's like, I'm a fifth of the billionaire. And a year later, it's like, I got nothing. I got literally nothing. And there was an old joke in San Francisco is, how do you tell the difference, or how do you get a former .com CEO off your porch? You pay him for the pizza. Because we were all running these companies. We had all of this money. And then later on, all these .com people, they were all literally bankrupt, broke, and didn't have jobs because the crash happened.
Yeah, I remember it.
It's like, whoa, that's life. That's what they say. And when we turn ourselves around, okay, I get the next one, right? You're unhealthy. Welcome to the COVID-20. Hello, how are you? I think we all suffer from the idea of every once in a while having a little baby bump that's going on. That is not because we're pregnant. It's because we ate 3 pizzas like we did last night.
Well, between 4 of us.
It was really good. But
it was vegan. Oh, who eats vegan pizza? We do.
I was really good, by the way.
We do now.
So here's my thought on health. My thought on health is, if you look at this idea of IQs, so we have an IQ, which is our intelligence, our ability to absorb knowledge. So if somebody has a high IQ, you go, oh, they have a high IQ. But high IQ doesn't mean you're going to be successful. It means you absorb a lot. You may not process it all, but you absorb a lot. So you know a lot of high IQ people are a bit unusual. Mm-hmm. Then you have EQ, that emotional quota, where you get people, you connect with people, you say hi and you smile. Great EQ right here. Amazing EQ. You do. You have great EQ. Then you have MQ. That's your moral quota. That's the whole idea of karma and being good to one another and knowing what proper personal etiquette, business principles are. And then you have your BQ. This is your body quota. This is really important. So what happens is when we get out of shape, we start to do things that do not attract people to us. For example, when we're not healthy, we start doing this. We start slumping. When we're unhealthy, we start to move slower. When we're not healthy, we start to look sickly, and it doesn't connect with people.
You would be draggled.
Yeah, it doesn't look healthy. So not being healthy prevents you from connecting with people. Be conscious of that. Next, being healthy gives remember, this right here is your headquarters, and this is the power plant. And if your headquarters isn't getting all the power it needs, the headquarters just does not make the right decisions. Bill Clinton said 90% of the bad mistakes he did is because he was tired.
He was tired all the time.
We never talk politics here.
But saying he was tired all the time.
The idea is, if you are not healthy, this ain't getting the right charge to make the proper decisions. So being healthy really gives you a leg up, but it also makes you more approachable. Remember, IQ, EQ, MQ, body quota, BQ. You connect all those, just watch your life fly. So being healthy will allow you to move forward in a better direction. You get the next one. What do you got here?
Oh, that one's so sad.
Is it?
Yeah. Sometimes actually it's really good news.
Oh, okay.
A relationship ended. You know you're in a bad one when you're going, God, when is this going to end? And you should be excited because you just said, when is it going to end? Which means you can end it.
How many idiots out there, including maybe one of us, have dated an ex again?
Thanks, Ken. I'm a super idiot because I did it 2 times. Hey, you should take that back. It doesn't make you an idiot. It just makes you have very, very, very low self-worth.
You used the word, I was an idiot. I went back with him again.
Yeah, I was an idiot. Twice.
But I think it is self-worth, isn't it?
It's all about self-worth. With really low self-worth, you go back. So every time I hear a friend goes back to an ex and it was really a bad situation, self-worth.
I was an idiot also. And I think what happens is, first, how often does that relationship break up? I mean, it takes sometimes a long time. How long did it take you from one of your biggest relationships to heal from that?
Oh, that one took me Took me a year to sort of recover. And then I started dating him again.
Oh, well, okay, that's right.
So yeah.
I think that the healing process is super necessary. So what?
David said, I never went back to an ex, but I went back to a Y and a Z. That was good.
Yeah, I think the problem is when we break up, we think we miss the person. Get this now. This is kind of that aha moment I had. No, we miss the moments that we did with that person. It's those memories that we miss. It's not necessarily the person. It's those memories. It's like, oh, wow, we went to this. Remember, what was that one song? Every time I think of her, I forget what it is. But it's the moments and the events you did together is what you cherish and miss. It's not necessarily the person. Be careful of that. So how do you recover?
That's a tough one for people. For me, the way I recovered was I had to feel into the pain. I had to accept the loss.
God, that's hard.
And that was really hard. And I had people saying, oh, don't worry, sweetie. It'll get better. You'll get over it. Oh,
you do. Time heals.
No, you have to actually, that's,
No?
I don't actually agree with that advice, because when people say that to you, it makes you tighten up and want that thing that you're missing even more. The actual advice that you should use, which is what I've done for myself, is you actually have to feel into the pain. You have to own that pain.
Oh.
You have to cry. You have to be moody. You have
Can
to
we
get
pause
upset.
right here?
No, you have to do it, but you have to do it on a time.
Can we pause here and ask some people here how they got over it?
Yes, of course. But I'm just saying, for myself and for other people that I know, we set a time. So we said, we're only going to be really moody and upset about this for this much time. And then you allow yourself to move on.
How have you gotten over that really bad breakup? Either you broke up with them or they broke up with you. Idiots, why would they do that, right? So how did you recover from that? What did you do? Did you do what Sandy suggested? You lean into the pain? Raise your hand. Raise your hand who wants to say something on this. Go like this. We're looking. Okay, let's go to Yvette. Yvette, you're unmuted. How did you get over it?
Oh,
Wait, turn them at, no, you're unmuted. Wait, can I mute you? Need your help. There you
Sorry
go.
about that. Sorry about that. I remembered the things that I really enjoy doing, and it's like a rubber band snapping back, like plunge back into the things that bring me joy.
Yes.
You mean what you did?
Mm-hmm.
So you would get back to being in your life again, your life.
Yeah, just reconnecting. Sometimes you get off track a little bit and you forget about the things that you really enjoy doing, and you just kind of plunge back into that and realize that it's like an old shoe and you have to move on.
It's an
Ooh,
old,
I like that. An old shoe.
You know what? It's
Comfortable, but not good for you, really.
Yeah, but it's important also to give yourself permission to be down a little, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean about leaning into the pain. You have to give yourself permission to that. For that.
Yvette, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But Yvette, you're spot on. The key is to remember who you were before that person, or how much you've improved because of that person, and then to move forward with that.
Yeah, life's problems. Let's go to Merle. Merle, how did you do it?
I felt the emotions in the beginning. I just let myself be. And then I started focusing on stuff that I neglected, because you know what happens with relationships like that. You sort of throw yourself into this person and you forget what you want to do, what was important to you. So I started focusing on things I love to do after I got through all the emotions, because by running away from those, they tend to haunt you and repeat the cycle.
Exactly. Very well put. They do haunt you.
They do, right?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Good job.
And then why do we go back out with that fool that we should never have gone out with because you broke up or you guys broke up?
Well, it goes back to self-worth, right? Because in your mind, you're making a reason of why you should go back because of all the things that you were better when you were with that person, or the things that were that feed your soul. But that means you're not feeding your own soul and you're not doing it for yourself. So you're searching for something.
Now, I believe this, and some of you may not accept it, but you can't go back.
Can't go back.
You just can't. I mean, even if you go and date them again, you're not going back. You're now with them in a different place, but you can't go back. So if you think you're going to recapture whatever those wonderful moments were, it's not going to happen that way. So just be conscious of that, okay? Maybe you guys are meant to be, but there's some growing that has to happen. You can never go back to who you were. It might be a different you moving forward. That's what you were hoping.
If they grow with you and you're growing together and you're doing work on each other and together and on yourself, maybe, but still.
Okay, I'm gonna say this one. Here it is. Our next big life problem that we've done an issue. You've made a fool of yourself.
Yeah.
Well, we sit here and we laugh afterwards, don't we? But boy, in the moment, it's like, oh my God, did I just say that or do that? Or
Yeah.
you realize that you wake up the next morning and you go, what did I do last night? And then everyone laughs at you. So I have to tell you, a friend of mine, his name is Ken Dubner. He is a hypnotist. So there was a party that I went to, and at the party, he hypnotized me. Now, meaning I basically said, I trust you to hypnotize me. I have no idea what's going to happen.
But he didn't know that Ken didn't like him at that point in time.
I didn't know that. I didn't know the guy did not. That's true. I forgot about that. So when he hypnotized me as I was out, and I was unconscious basically, I don't know what's going on. In this crowd of about 150 people that I'm sitting on stage right now, he goes, Ken, you have lost your penis. What? You've lost your penis. And it's somewhere in the crowd. You need to go find your penis. So I saw video. I don't remember any of this. So I then proceeded to walk in the crowd going, have you seen my dick? Have you seen my penis? And I literally went and talked to 50 or 60 people. And of course, everyone's laughing their butts off. And then eventually, somehow I miraculously realized that I didn't lose it. But then when I was awakened, remember, I had no idea what happened. People would come up to me going, you doing okay? I go, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then this like 84-year-old woman comes up to me and she goes, did you find your penis? Like, and she's laughing, right? And then she touches me right there in the groin. It's like, oh my God. So could you imagine the next morning you waking up going, what did I do last night? That's how I felt, but real time. It's like real time. And then what you do is you have to somehow recover. How do you recover from the most embarrassing moments or situations that you just did? And a couple of ways you do it is you run away, which a lot of people do. They put their head in the sand, go, oh, it's gonna go away. Fortunately, social media and all these other distractions give you a window of opportunity where people start to forget about it. But if you've made a fool where you've done damage, you've got to repair. You got to repair. Even if that email that you have to send saying, I am so sorry that I was an idiot, a fool, I embarrassed everyone, you got to get that out in front, because if you do it later, it doesn't matter. What?
Still laughing about you wandering around.
This woman literally touched me right there. This is sexual.
So
Yeah, come on. I couldn't, I don't know why she would do that too, because I don't know that I lost my penis, and I didn't know why she would touch me there. It was all right. Our next one is you right here,
Ooh, that one. Ooh.
and not a friend. I just want, this is not, because a friend is a little later, so say that one.
See, I have a hard time with that one. Someone mess with your life. You don't
By the
want to
way,
mess with my life.
By the way, I put that there for you.
I know. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have a
You can talk
confession
about
to
it. You
make.
can talk about it.
I'm that girl that you don't mess with my life, because I am loving, I am nice. I've done a lot of work on myself. I believe to treat others the way I would like to be treated and to be kind and loving. You mess with my life, I'm taking you down. Period. End of story. You are going down.
Yeah, but it's not something that happens right away.
Oh no.
You're vindictive
I'm
differently.
very strategic. Not vindictive. I don't like to use that term.
I know you know, but that's what
I'm
it
very
is.
strategic in my taking you down. And it'll be ways that
Yeah,
you
but that
never
doesn't-
have seen coming.
But that's more of you getting back at.
No, I don't get back because I'm not vindictive.
Wait, let's step back.
I just take care of
Wait,
problems.
wait. You're going after a solution. Let's identify the problem first.
So,
Okay, let's identify where people could connect with you. You don't have to mention
okay, I'm going to
names.
give you an extreme.
Yes.
I've had many extreme people try to take me down or mess
But
with
why?
my life.
But why?
So here's, and it never has anything to do with me. That's the thing.
Okay.
So I lived in this building, and
Oh,
it was a
gosh.
fourplex building. So you can imagine 2 units on the bottom, 2 units on the top. The woman in the front who was introduced to me, who helped me get my apartment because my friend knew her, and so she knew the landlord, and so she got me the apartment. I didn't know when I moved in that she was completely a raging alcoholic and had some serious mental health issues. It took a while to figure it out.
Let's be careful where we're going with this.
She tried to run me over with her car
Okay, because she was jealous of you or
because
something.
no, It was nothing to do with jealousy. She didn't want me reporting information to her friends
About her being alcoholic. What?
about her being a prostitute.
Where did you
It's
live?
crazy. I lived in Beverly Hills. That's the craziest
This
thing.
sounds like a Netflix show.
So it could be. So but I hadn't even noticed she was a prostitute. That's the thing. She thought I would figure it out. And so she messed with my life.
Does a prostitute have a certain look?
She's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I
so
guess prostitutes are really
she
beautiful.
would be a call girl then.
She was like a call girl or
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is. I don't have terminology for that because I don't know that industry very well. But the point is, that's what she was. And so she took it upon herself to mess with my life. So she tried to run me over with her car. She came pounding on my windows and doors, threatening me. She told
So she messed up with your life.
Oh, she totally messed
How
with my
did you
life.
deal with it?
So the way that I dealt with it, is I actually had to get a restraining order on her.
Okay, let's make sure we understand. This is something you have to do for yourself.
Yes.
We're not talking about being.
And then I made sure she got evicted.
Let's take it out of the side to where we have to do something to
There's more
somebody
to
else.
the story. It doesn't sound like it sounds.
In my mind, by the way, I believe karma takes care of things. That's just me. And that is whatever crap happened to you, the person who did it is going to get the same or worse crap back to them.
To
somehow.
be in my defense, she got evicted because she didn't even rent the apartment. She asked the landlord if she could stay, and the landlord said, other people in the building have been complaining about you. You have to go. But she blamed me.
Coming soon to the Sandy Netflix
It's
episode.
going to be a great
Yeah.
Netflix. I have these stories that are
Okay.
like, wow.
All right. Let's deal with it differently than going after somebody. When somebody messes with your life, okay, and this could be somebody that's sitting on the internet that has decided to take the money out of
troll.
your account,
A
or a
troll as
troll, or it could
A
be
hacker.
somebody that has decided to defame you. When they mess up your life, first, of course, what you have to do is you have to remove the emotions. Remove the emotions.
Mhm, mhm.
And then you have to become extremely
Smart.
you have to
Really smart.
you have to repair right away.
Okay,
And
I'll
the
give
wo-
him that one. I say be smart.
and repair as if you're repairing somebody else. So take yourself out of you and repair you as if you're helping a friend out.
Yes.
Think about it like that. Non-emotional, surgical to repair. And then if you want to be some type of vigilante crime fighter like this one over here and kick everybody out of their homes.
Well, technically, I didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
Kind of did it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Technically not.
Whatever it technically is. Okay, I'm going to do the next one. We're moving
Okay.
on.
Just saying,
You feel like your life,
has no meaning.
I was going to
I
say
took
that.
it away from you because it was so good.
Praxis one.
Yeah.
So self-worth. Hi, how are you? All of us have values.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Bitcoin. Goes up, then it goes down. But it's still got a value.
Mhm.
Problem is, it may not be the highest valued point that you remember. So what you do is you judge yourself on those high points. Remember those red carpet moments?
Yeah.
You go, oh, this is not a red carpet moment. So I have no value.
Mhm.
By the way, this is a huge problem with celebrities and athletes
Oh,
because they go out there
even
inside.
executives.
Well, because they go out there on a regular basis inside, inside that auditorium or in front of that audience, in front of that big crowd, and they get that adrenaline, go, yeah, and everyone's looking at them going, yeah. And all of a sudden when they're off the field, it's like, this sucks. Because they need that boost of adrenaline, that whole feeling of look at me. It's a problem
It's a problem.
because you can't carry that on with life.
No.
So they then, by the way, just to let you know, high-level athletes, football players, basketball players, they don't have money later on because they've ended up blowing it all because they try to feel like they have meaning with all their money and they blow it.
Mhm.
Your life always has meaning. Self-worth, value. And the thing is, this is where I think when people do the work, as Sandy brings up all the time, again, what does doing the work mean?
Means you're taking the time to grow, learn, improve yourself, and figure things out.
So when you look at different types of fruits, it takes a long time for this tree that has no fruit on it to grow so it can actually have fruit.
Pomegranate.
Oh,
It'll take like
pomegranate.
10 years.
So when people look at it going, oh, it's just a bush, it's just a tree, not realizing that it will every so often flourish with bountiful fruit.
Mhm.
But during that time, it may seem worthless,
Yeah.
but it's necessary to grow that fruit.
Mhm.
And often enough, we're going through that time of strength so we could actually support all this, I don't want to say fruit again, but all this pleasure, all this wonderfulness, all this value. But we have to grow the structure, being us, to support the value that we're going to have. Okay? Now that we're down here, right here.
You feel like you can't go on.
Okay, have you done this before?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I felt like I couldn't go on.
This is where a lot of people commit suicide.
But this also has a lot to do with your self-worth and your value for yourself. Because
Okay.
if it's super low, you feel like there's nothing you can do. It doesn't. Nothing's working out. Everything's failing. I can't continue. You get stuck in that.
So my first marriage, only marriage, my wife at the time when we were breaking up, she theoretically kidnapped my kids.
She did. She openly confesses it.
And now we're friends. Isn't that funny? Yeah, friends with
Now
a
it's cool.
kidnapper.
But it's also like
It's not
15 years
weird.
later.
Yeah, it's a lot longer, yeah. But the process I remember is my kids were my life because I didn't have a lot of self-worth on other things. And when they were taken away, I felt like I have no future now. I couldn't look beyond the momentary pain to see all the wonderful, bountiful stuff that's going to happen later on.
Mhm.
And I think when we feel like we have nothing, we forgot about the future. We forget about it. Like this COVID thing, this is going to go away eventually. There is a future beyond COVID, but many people are stuck in the mud looking at now and going, oh, this sucks.
Looking at their bank accounts and thinking it sucks.
It sucks. And suicide rates are at the highest right now because people can't see beyond now. And this is where friends come into play. And when you're down and depressed, if you sit there and just start Netflixing and binging shows and
And depressing shows.
and listening to music that just does not help you out, right?
Mhm.
You get even further down that rabbit hole. Pick up the phone, call a friend, do things that get outside, by the way, believe it or
Oh my
not,
God.
getting outside to get just a little sunlight helps out.
Vitamin D.
Exercise. All right, and we got a lot more. Boy, we have so many things. Okay, here we go. Every day feels the same. Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
That's kind of now for a lot of people,
Oh yeah.
right? They're stuck at home. I know in South Africa, the weather is pretty cold right now. So people are not going to go outside because it sucks and they're inside. They're going, what am I going to do? I have a hard time understanding this one
Me too.
because there's too many cool things to do.
There's so many things. Like you could have a noon dance party. I'm just saying,
What?
there's nothing stopping you
Woohoo.
from a noon dance party.
Woohoo.
Yourself, hello, you can put on awesome music and just start jamming around. And you can even put your friend on FaceTime and you could jam out together. There's nothing stopping you from creating the fun in your life. It's true.
Don't do that.
Hashtag truth.
Don't do a noon dance party.
Awesome.
I have no idea. Is that what all that noise is upstairs?
Yeah.
I think that, guys, planning activities. Let me give you an example. There's this thing called master classes, which are great, okay? Incredible, incredible teachers. Or on YouTube, you can just type in TED Talks. If you're not consuming a TED Talk at least once a week, just watch it. It will inspire you to think where you're at, to be thinking differently. The problem is when we're stuck in a rut, we do the same things.
We eat the same food.
We do. We wake
talk
up at the
to
same time. We wear
people.
the same clothes. Oh, you're still in those sweats? Oh my God, get out of there, right?
Those socks are
You've
really dirty.
got, like, my son is a nut job, okay? The other day, in the house, he was wearing a tuxedo and a kilt.
A kilt. From the waist up, he looked like he was going to prom. From the waist down,
He was going to play bagpipes. He was in Scotland. Kid changes things up because he goes, I don't want anything to be normal. Take it from a 19-year-old. He's changing things up because we can. We're in charge of this. But watch a TED Talk. Watch a masterclass because you're going to go, oh my God, I could now go cook panettone
Yep.
with old panettone. And it's
have a
gonna be...
noon dance party.
Don't do that. Okay. Now is different. See that one? Okay, so it's a little different than it's a variation of the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, because this person matters.
But this one's, yeah, your friends are screwing your life up. I think you can combine that with your friends are negative Nellies. Ooh.
Yeah, but how about this one? Sen, are you really dating him?
Oh.
You know what? Just to let you know, I called your mom to tell her that you're dating him.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What?
Yeah.
When your friends think they're taking control of your life.
Or
whatever.
they talk to each other and then come back and tell you something.
Okay. I have a lot of friends So I just fire them. It's horrible, or I demote them. But friends, the problem with a lot of friends is they think they're doing a good thing for you.
Yeah, and a lot of times they haven't done the work, so they shouldn't be advising you.
So remember, I just want to make sure you understand. We have 3 more to go through. I want to hear from your issues and see where they fit into this. So we've gone through, you didn't reach your goals, someone's criticized you, your career got messed up, you have financial issues, you are unhealthy, your relationship just ended, you made a fool of yourself. Hello. Everyone is someone, not your friends, have messed up your life, have done something bad to your life. You're not wearing a mask in public. Oh, that's a different one. You feel like your life has no meaning. You feel like you can't go on. You feel like every day is the same. Someone or your friend has messed up with your life. You feel stressed. Get this number. You ready for this number?
You haven't done you feel stressed.
No, we're doing it now. 75% of the world right now feels stressed about something.
Yeah,
Everyone gets to feel stressed.
it makes sense.
It's not the end all. And I was reading that if you can live through stress properly, like live through it, it's actually good for you.
A little bit of stress is good for you.
Yeah, it gets it going. It gets you moving. Seek discomfort. You ever heard of the term? Because if you are uncomfortable, you will get out of the place you're at to find better comfort.
Mm-hmm.
We have only as humans done great things because we weren't doing good on something else.
Yeah. Something sucked, we fixed it.
Yeah. The food is rotten, so let's come up with refrigeration.
Yay!
Hey, let's come up with something that's better. Okay, let's go. Another one right here.
A fear is standing in your way.
Practice one.
Practice one.
Go ahead.
So you have to list all of your fears. You got to get them out. You got to put them on paper. You have to know what they are. You have to look at them. You got to think about them, analyze them, break them down, understand them back and forth. Because then you'll find out that a lot of time those fears are just excuses, stories, or procrastination. So they're not real. But if you don't put them down, you won't know that.
Now here's the last one on our list, and we're going to go to your list. And this is a tough one.
Oh, this is a really tough one.
You have to deal with death. Death. So Sandy's had her father die in her arms.
Actually died on me.
He died on you. He died on her. My mother, fortunately, died when we were all around her. But death is something we all have to deal with, and it is hard. I heard the hardest thing for someone to deal with is death of a child, their child. You can't.
I felt it when my Yorkie passed away last year.
Yeah, but that was not just
She
a
was
child.
my child.
No, she wasn't a child.
She was to you. She wasn't to me.
No, she wasn't a child. She was
We're
a
never
pet.
going to agree here, so just agree to disagree. It's just people who had
So-
a pet die understand.
When you have, I've had pet die,
You're not the same person as me.
but when your child has passed away, some people say they have never ever healed because of this.
And your turkey doesn't count. It's eaten by a vulture.
I had a cold turkey, by the way. I got over it. Got over it. It was an animal. It's done. But when we deal with death, death is something we have to go through stages. We have to go through the denial, the anger, and then eventually acceptance comes to play. And then later on, it's all memory and it's wonderful. Someone else is saying it hurts when you lose a pet. Okay, John. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Okay, you're my people. All right, so dealing with death. Actually, I would love to hear from you and how you have dealt with death. What were some techniques or practices or ways that helped you? Because you can't get over it right away. You have to go through stages. So can you just raise your hand if you have a way to deal with death besides us? Come on, we'd like to have all your cameras on now. Come on, we're winding down to the end of today. Everyone's cameras, come on. Come on, turn on your cameras, please. Hey, look who's there. Angie. I'm going to go to you, Angie, because I always love to hear first your accent. Come on, Angie. Angie,
Hi.
how do you deal with death?
Yeah, I've had a few. My dad died on me at the Zambezi River, and we were 9 hours away from any hospital or clinic, and it was during our farm eviction time, so they didn't want to help us. So he was dead in the car with my mom and my sister while I was trying to find a doctor to deal with it. So I wasn't a very nice person because my dad was always so kind to everyone. He was just the greatest guy. And I just couldn't believe that people were just shoving me aside and just saying, it's lunch hour, you know, or yeah, all those kind of things. But
How'd you deal
so
with it?
even that, I dealt with that okay. But what I didn't deal with was that I took him down where I felt the pressure was too low, the altitude. It wasn't the right altitude for his problem.
No, but listen, I'm asking Angie, how did
So
you
I-
deal with it? How did you deal with the death then? What skills?
I think I just had so much to do that it was like a month later that I did just sob and sob and sob and sob. And then I got over it.
Get over it.
I miss him. And then Jan's mom, she had cancer and none of the children were here. They were all farmers, so they've all left the country. And so I've never done cancer before. Now I can look after any patient with cancer. So I looked after her for 3 weeks. Solidly, I gave up my life. And she came to our home. And again, we kind of gave her permission to give up now. And yeah, that was very hard. And then in November last year, sitting having a cup of tea with my mom, and she went, hey. And that was very hard because my mom and I were partners in crime.
Are you over it?
Yeah. Little things happened. On Sunday, a friend came and she's just had an operation and she was in a wheelchair. And my little granddaughter, who's only 2.5 now, so she was only just before she was 2. She used to ride with my mom on the wheelchair. And my little granddaughter saw this wheelchair and her face of delight. She thought it was Nonna. And I just saw this, and then when she saw it was someone else, she was so confused because she's never seen another wheelchair. And that made me a little bit weepy, you know.
Angie, you've gotten over it. By the way, I wanted to say something real quick. Your hair looks
Yes.
fabulous. I just want to say that. Your hair looks fabulous. Here, that and you, look at you guys. I'm just saying, I just want to say I am seeing that. I want to go to Akshay. Akshay, how have you dealt with that? Hello.
You're going from somebody with fabulous hair to somebody with no hair.
It's okay, extremes.
Yeah, dealing with death, I think. Sorry?
It looks fabulous.
Thank you. Yeah, dealing with death, I think one thing I've learned, like losing my aunt and uncles, was that it's not about me, it's about the person that's passed on. And yeah, like I said in the message, so passed on meaning if there's reincarnation, then they're getting to write their story over again, which is a new beginning. If not, then their soul's in a better place. So just like, sending out that positive vibes rather than, thinking about, like you said, about like a breakup or something, when you lose someone, getting into that whole negative zone. I try to avoid that by bringing out the positive vibes, celebrating life rather than mourning death.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the
That's really-
celebration of life.
When my dad passed away, he was very specific. He said he doesn't want anyone to wear black to his funeral. And he
Oh,
wants
that's cool.
only fun music. He wants us to show funny pictures of him, and he wants people to celebrate and laugh. And we did just that.
I like what they do in New Orleans where they have the music and it's like
Mhm.
that celebration of life. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Akshay. So here's the deal, guys. Everything we talked about, if you use your friends and your community, it's a lot easier to get through these problems.
Mhm.
So there is a Unity WhatsApp group. It's not there just to make announcements like, hey, meet me here. Or
It's Sandy's birthday. Even though it should be my birthday like every week. I'm okay with that.
it kind of is.
I would
But-
be really old though if it were.
Where I would love to see you all use the WhatsApp group to ask for help or advice or to connect. Don't be passive on it. So if something that's going on that's a challenge in your life, somebody messed up your life or you made a fool of yourself or whatever it is, or just broke up with somebody, use the group. Let's communicate. Let's use each other's skill sets to help each other out. Now, if you're not in the WhatsApp group, can somebody post the link inside the chat because we want you inside there.
Yep.
And we want you to include more people inside these talks. Is there anything that, I know there's 15 different problems or issues that popped up, anything pop up or that you,
Yeah, I have a couple of things that people wanted me to talk about.
go ahead.
So first of all, Yvette said, don't wait till noon for a dance party. I agree with that. I start dancing first thing in the morning when I get out of bed. Like, I'm
You-
just
you-
saying,
You do actually.
break
I
up your
swear to God.
day with a noon dance party. That's all I'm
She
saying.
gets up and dances every morning. I look over and it's like, oh, I love this.
I'm a badass dancer. Okay. And then the next one is, let's see here. So how do you deal if you broke up with someone and it's been a very, very long time and you're not over it? You have to take Confidence Jam.
No,
There's
that's not.
nothing more that I can say
I
about
mean,
it.
that is a resource. That is a resource.
No, seriously, in all honesty here, when you are stuck on a relationship that you can't get over and it's been a year, that means it's time for you to turn around and start to look at yourself. So you need to start doing some really deep work on yourself. What is it that's causing you to feel attached to that relationship, that situation? Why are you hung up there? And what is it that's inside of you that needs to grow? Because ultimately you're stuck and you need to change something within yourself to move forward. It's not about that person. It never is, and it never has been. It's always about you.
Do you think learning a new skill helps you move forward?
Yeah, absolutely. It's learning. It's learning is the key to everything. Learning about yourself, learning about something else, learning about someone else, but learning and growing is what's going to take you out of that pain.
Have you noticed there's certain people that say, I love COVID. It's been great for me. My business is great, or I've done this. And you go, what? Wait a second. We're going through the same pandemic. And why does it suck for me and it's great for you? Because they learn new skills. They haven't taken this as a downtime. They've taken they've taken it as an opportunity time. So maybe a mindset that's what you have to have. Is there anything else that we missed?
Let's see, there's some more messages here.
You know what's cool, by the way? I just want to let you know. So this whole Confidence Jam thing that you hear Sandy talk about, today is one of your first big town hall meetings, isn't it? Are
Yes,
you
our
excited?
mentor calls start today. Very excited.
So this whole mentor call thing, so Sandy's leading this call. Now,
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
oh,
Siri wants to know.
this whole mentor call thing she's doing. Well, did you know that you can do your own group calls? You can. So what you do, this is something that I had to do when I was going through a tough time. I went to 5 of my close friends. I go, guys, actually 9 of my close friends, could we get together on a regular basis and just talk? And we do. And we're still doing this years later. And it's now we've all had different problems that we help each other out with, but almost create your own mentor group where you call it a mastermind if you want, but a way to where you help each other out.
But make sure you put quality people in that
Oh,
group.
it's got to be the best
Not
people.
Negative Nellies that are
No.
going to drag you down and pick at your life because they have issues with their own life. Put good, strong, sound people in your group so that you can bounce the ideas off of each other and grow together.
Okay. So Confidence Jam's over at Sandy and Focus. I'd love for you to go check that out.
SandyFocus.com.
It's pretty awesome. You know, it's really awesome.
It's really
actually.
good.
Okay?
I love it.
We had somebody come over last night who is like a master marketer. Like he's marketed all kinds of self-help, personal growth, personal development platforms. And he saw this and he had a JDM. You know what that is?
What is that?
It's a jaw-dropping moment.
I like that.
A JDM.
It
He had
sounds
a
like something else, but okay.
He had a JDM. Go ahead, dance on that one. JDM. Yeah, JDM. All right, all of our friends from around the world, we really do appreciate you hanging out with us and having celebrations. And I know we went through a lot. And what I'll do is I'll make sure we're going to make all these videos accessible to you really soon. Ava and Sandy and I are working towards that. But go check out Confidence Jam. By the way, go there and just take the quiz. Go to Sandy and Focus and take the quiz. That's all I ask you to do. It's around personal branding. It's a lot of fun. It really is. I love, love, love the quiz.
Thank you so much. We will see you next week on our Unity call.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.